Good morning, children. Welcome back to the fifth and final video of Standard 9 Supplementary Reader Moments. The chapter number 3, we were discussing Ishwaran the Storyteller, written by R.K. Lakshman. We were talking about how Mahendra had scolded Ishwaran when Ishwaran dragged his story a way bit too far by claiming that the place they were living was actually a burial ground, and it was frequented by a female ghost carrying a baby. Now Mahendra was very displeased and he scolded Ishwaran, and he thought Ishwaran would be upset, but Ishwaran showed no signs of being of sulking of any sort. So anyway, let's find out what happened later. Mahendra showed that he was very brave, but on the contrary, he was uneasy because of the story Ishwaran had narrated. Every night before going to bed, he peeped out of the window next to his bed to assure himself that there was no ghost around. He did not see any ghost, but only saw darkness and the twinkling lights of the factory. Simple. So basically, Mahendra showed that he was brave, he didn't believe in ghosts and all that, but Ishwaran had drawn a sense of unease within him. And every night he checked outside his window if there was any ghost. One night, as Mahendra was asleep, he was awakened by the sound of someone crying. He thought it would be a cat looking for a mice and tried to go back to sleep. The sound became more harsh and seemed to be a human sound. Mahendra wanted to peep out from the window, but stopped himself as he was afraid that if he saw a ghost, he could even die. The crying sound became louder, and it did not appear to be the sound of a cat. Mahendra could not stop himself, and so he bent down and lifted his head slightly in order to peep out. In the white-colored moonlight, Mahendra saw the ghost. It was holding a bundle in one hand. Mahendra panicked. He was breathing heavily. He fell back on the bed. Now, what Mahendra was uneasy about came true. On a full moon night, he heard a sound of cry, and when he peeped out, he saw the ghost, as described by Ishwaran standing outside the window. And Mahendra almost had an heart attack. He started sweating profusely. He panicked, started breathing heavily, and he fell back on his bed, letting no one know what he had seen. After some time, he recovered from the scary experience and thought that probably his subconscious mind was showing him the ghost as he had been thinking of it. He assured himself that actually there was no ghost and his mind was playing trick on him. Well, now, after he was calmed down, he explained to himself that, when you think about something too much, you start imagining them in front of you. And Mahendra thought that's probably what happened to him, since he had been thinking of the ghost since the day Ishwaran had told the story of a ghost. So maybe it was his mind which was showing him a ghost, while actually there was no ghost. So it was an hallucination. That's what he played. He thought the thought of a ghost was running around in his subconscious, and that made him see the ghost. By the time Mahendra woke up, took his bath and came out for breakfast, he had forgotten the ghostly experience of the previous night. Ishwaran greeted him, gave him his lunch and his bag. As Mahendra was about to leave, Ishwaran smiled and said that the other day Mahendra had scolded him for discussing the ugly ghost, but last night Mahendra himself saw it. Ishwaran had had Mahendra's cries the previous night. Now, once again, here is your clue for knowing that this was also a trick played by Ishwaran. Figure out how. You see, when Mahendra was normal, had his breakfast, took his lunch, was about to leave for his work, Ishwaran reminded him that the ghostly experience he had the previous night. And how did he know? He said he heard Mahendra scream. Now, if he had Mahendra scream, why didn't he come inside to help? Because he didn't come inside to help because he was himself standing outside the window dressed as a ghost to scare Mahendra, to prove a point that his story was true. That was the level of Ishwaran. Ishwaran comment scared Mahendra once again. But Mahendra didn't apply that logic. When you're scared, logic betrays you. And that's what happened to Mahendra. He did not hear him further and hurried off to his office. He decided to resign from the job and leave the haunted place. he could not live there any longer. So now Ishwar was successful in convincing Mahendra that the place was haunted. And Mahendra was so scared that he resigned from his job because he wanted to leave that place for good. So that is the entire story. Hopefully this video would help you in understanding the paragraphs. All the paragraphs have been explained in details. So you can, after reading the book, go through the video. You will find it helpful. Till then, till I come up with my next video, all of you study hard and take good care of yourselves. Bye.